Clink.
Cheers. Cheers. Welcome to this edition of Road Tripping with RJ and Channing. And I'm just going to basically say, I guess, the originals, because guess who is back?
Back by popular
the one and
demand.
only
Kyrie
Alfred.
Yep. Any middle
Irving.
name works.
Andrew's
Andrew's my middle name, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Andrew.
That's where Uncle Drew comes from.
Uncle Drew.
Did not know
movie
that.
coming out. Plug.
Clark. That's dope.
Is it going to be on Netflix?
Nah, I probably will.
It will. It will
Yeah,
get there.
probably will.
Oh, let's get to that in a moment. I'm your host, Allie Clifton, and we are again in the air flying from Boston to Atlanta.
It was a good game.
My mind commanding my body.
Yes. Yes.
Here we go.
Oh,
right,
man, I
yeah.
love it.
Yeah,
Think about
Kai.
it.
And just really get into it.
Speaking of your mind, Kai, and
I've never
heard a great
answered
segue.
so many
wait,
questions
wait.
about
It's a great
Kyrie's
segue.
It's a great
mind.
segue. Now,
I mean,
for all the listeners, Kyrie, he is our most consistent guest host. We're not going to just call him a guest; he's an actual host because he's been here on
that's
the
why
most.
He called us the originals.
Yes, he is definitely one of the
The
originals.
OGs.
Were you caught off guard by the amount of attention that it got? We weren't as a group because we know you're highly
I'm
intelligent.
not gonna lie, I was.
Yeah, and it was All-Star Weekend too.
Yeah.
Were you caught off guard when Adam Silver is answering questions, Neil deGrasse Tyson is answering questions? Like you have the
Bill Nye the
highest.
Science Guy
Bill
was
Nye the
hot.
Science Guy was not happy with you.
No.
Where like
I didn't expect him to be, though.
Yeah, but I understand.
Yeah.
Like, what were your thoughts when you were answering questions about this All-Star Weekend?
Well, one, I was actually, I found it somewhat hilarious just by the reaction it got. That right there, before we went into All-Star Weekend, we talked about this.
Yeah.
We were like, this is going to be crazy. Going into All-Star Weekend, flat Earth, round Earth, conversation, go get it. Aliens, no conspiracy theories. So as I'm at All-Star Weekend, I'm starting to see, different news channels, different people pick it up. And it almost felt like, I was standing on top of a pendulum, and I was like,
Swinging back and forth.
I was swinging back and forth, and then it gave everyone a chance to just look at me, and then if they didn't agree with me, kind of like throw rocks at me.
Yeah.
Just like, no, he can't believe this. And then you got all these science experts, guys that have been studying the space, the Earth, everything for so many years. And I'm sitting back, and I'm like, okay, the fact that, that this is opening up conversation, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Right. The fact that it became a conversation starter, and honestly, people were asking me questions, and they were looking at me like I didn't have a brain on, or my parents didn't raise me the right way, or something there's something wrong, definitely wrong with this kid. And that's when I started to I took a step back, and I was like, okay, this is more than just what I just said. This right here opened up
Pandora's
a
box.
whole bunch of things.
Which is funny because
Whole bunch of information as well.
for a while, it was, at least from my perspective, when I would do radio hits about this, it was, you all have missed the overall message of what Kyrie was trying to say. But then when you say it like that, it's like you actually had people out there thinking.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like.
And
That's all we should do.
And that's fine. And it's okay to think something that I guess the majority wouldn't
It's out of the
think.
box.
Yeah, right.
I just didn't like the fact that us being able to celebrate our individuality and things that we ultimately hold on to, and just because we don't believe what the world thinks or majority thinks, then why punish that? That's the only thing I felt like that got misconstrued, is just that it's okay to believe one thing. It's okay to have your own thoughts and be able to function and be able to formulate your own thoughts and opinions, and then still be able to convey them to other people.
Well, one of the things that they asked us, ESPN called us and was like, hey, can we use the audio? And I was like, well, I don't feel comfortable. I was like, I'd want to ask Kyrie, but you were getting answered so many questions anyway, so I didn't want to even bother you with this. So we decided not to even bring it up. But I went and did the jump with Rachel Nichols. Shout out, we love you, babe. And one of the things that it was talked about was, I said conspiracy theories. I'm like, if you look at conspiracy theories, it's who shot JFK.
Yeah. We can go down the line.
Oh, chemtrails.
What chemtrails was 9/11 an inside job?
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
you
man.
go down the.
How did our road tripping handle?
No, yes.
Did you
Kai.
hear about this?
Yeah.
Kai,
I heard
no
about
BS, no
Okay,
BS.
okay,
So
now
listeners, listeners. So Kai joked.
Channing Frye, do not put me on a hot list, please. Lord have mercy.
Kyrie
I know
told
what's
us
happening.
that we were going to be on a watch list, and I want to say all the fans that remember this and the few listeners and followers that we have, you guys remember that our Instagram was down for 48 hours. All-Star weekend. And this is what the crazy part about it is people could say, oh, we tried to do that to add to the conspiracy, but no. We would have gotten 10,000 more followers just based off all the attention that we were getting. So we're looking at our Instagram and trying to figure out why it's down. Mind you, it was certified by the NBA. It was verified by Instagram. So we had an official account that once we started talking about the world is flat, all of a sudden our account went away till Monday. Yeah. That right now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but man, that's a hell of a coincidence.
And flatearth.com.
Flat Earther.
Went out, Flat Earther.
Got hacked?
Yep, hacked.
Wait, what?
Yeah, oh yeah. We were joking around, and me and the wife were like, let's go just check flatearther.com. And it was like, oh yeah, you've been hacked. And literally before we talked about it, because, my boys, we always talk about all this kind of crazy stuff. We have one boy who's super
You still
into
believe
it.
in the Illuminati, which
100%.
I
do, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Don't put me on the hot list.
I don't buy into the Illuminati.
You're crazy.
Yes, I do.
You're crazy.
Yes,
the most powerful people meet in a certain place every year. It is documented. What do you think these people talk about?
They're not the Illuminati, though.
Okay, it's a word. It's not necessarily that's what they're called. Which if you
the Illuminati is a specific group of people from the dawn of time. If you're saying there's a ton of powerful people that meet, yes,
at least 20 or less.
What is the summit? What is the summit? There's a
world.
summit that everyone gets together and meets all the time.
What do they meet about?
They talk about world issues and what's going on. These are the most powerful people. Yes, they should meet. But I wouldn't say when you classify them in the Illuminati, that's almost like a religious group that's controlling. Like, that's just a different kind of mentality there.
How is that a different kind of mentality? Hey, 15 people are going to decide.
Well, I'm saying if Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and these guys all want to get together, these guys control the American economy. I wouldn't say just because they've accumulated wealth that they are now a part of the Illuminati. But they should get together.
Are they invited to that?
They're invited wherever they want to go, to tell you the truth, with that amount of money.
I'm just be quiet. Hey, listen, guys.
See, Channing's afraid.
Yep. Don't put me on a hot list. That's all I got to say.
Do we have a new Netflix series coming out?
No,
don't get me started. Okay,
Allie,
plug.
It's okay. It's okay. The only reason why I say this okay is because this feeling that you're getting in your stomach, that we're talking about something that
uncomfortable.
It makes people very uncomfortable.
It makes me very uncomfortable.
It's okay. It's okay. And I'm going to tell you why it's okay. I'm going to tell you why it's okay because, look, fundamentally, when you start thinking about, of course, conspiracy theories, your mind starts wondering because a lot of the answers and a lot of the questions that we've had since we were kids, a lot of beliefs that have been given to us have been changed over time because of the information that's been given to us and the truth that we've come to find out. So when they start talking about the Illuminati and all this stuff, and obviously these groups of people, mind you, we don't know for sure whether they exist or not. We don't know. We don't know. But the fact that there is a belief means that there is something that we're holding on to as individuals that may be on our minds. That's all. Don't feel like because it makes you feel uncomfortable.
I like feeling uncomfortable.
It's okay. I'm telling you, it's normal because we don't know much about it, and we don't sit here and take guesses. Obviously, they.
No,
well, I keep saying they, and they kept asking me who they was.
They keep asking me. The man.
They kept asking me who they was. Mind you, there is this thing that controls all of our lives, and it's almost like this thin, and it goes from
a napkin.
It goes from country to country. And this little piece of tree that runs our lives, this money, and all the things that basically they say we have to have in order to survive and be at a different class. And I told you guys about the separation that they've given us.
Oh, man.
And the fact that the world or America owes – who do we owe $1 quadrillion
China.
to?
They not going to see
I'm asking you, like as humans, though, who do we owe $1 quadrillion to? And I may be making that up, but the fact that we owe
I think
each
it's like
other money,
200 trillion. China.
Yo, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
For what?
Everything. Everything.
Yeah,
when's the last time?
But you guys remember?
Yeah, when's the last time what?
Hey, do you guys remember the too big to fail? China couldn't have us. They couldn't call in their debt. The whole world economy would go.
When was
hey, but